Why do we tan? The sun's intensity is responsible for giving the skin color to humans. It is believed that skin whitening mutations began after the first human exodus from Africa 20,000 to 50,000 years ago. The humans living in Africa had tons of sunlight, and in order to survive in these conditions, their DNA gave them darker skin to serve as a natural protection from UV. This is why darker skinned people can stay out in the sun longer. Their bodies continuously produce a pigment called melanin, even without the sun. This is also why people with darker skin have a lower risk of skin cancer. If you have lighter skin, however, it's because your ancestors lived in conditions where sunlight only came for a few months of the year. Their DNA saw no reasons to have natural sunscreen protection system. We understand that this kind of sucks, but we also understand that we can't do anything about it. Sorry.
In the electromagnetic spectrum, UV rays have a higher frequency from their charged particles' accelerated vibration. Because of this, they are significantly faster than other waves with lower frequencies. The sun contains 3 different types of UV rays: A, B, and C. UVA rays have the highest speed, so they can pass through all 3 layers of the human skin, the epidermis, dermis, and hypodermis, with a speed of 400 to 320 nanometers per second. Because of this, UVA rays cause more long-term damage on the skin. However, UVB rays are usually the ones behind regular sunburns and tans, but they can only travel at 320 to 290 nanometers per second. UVC rays are the most dangerous ultraviolet rays towards any form of life, but since they can't penetrate the Earth's protective ozone layer, they present no natural harm.
UV rays are absorbed by molecules called chromophores, which bring light waves into the body. Human skin is mostly water and organic molecules. Molecules of organic compounds are made up of nuclei that are in reasonably suspended positions and electrons, which surround a molecular structure in defined volumes. Each compound must have a certain energy and a specific electronic state in order for it to correspond to the distribution of the electrons around the nuclei. If molecules are at room temperature, their electronic states will be at the lowest energy, called ground state.
Now, once the UV radiation is taken in, the molecules that have consumed its energy are in excited states. This state only lasts for a fraction of a second until the molecules release the energy needed for the chemical change. Human skin is comprised of a variety of different types of cells, each with a specific purpose. The cells primarily important in tanning are melanocytes, which are cells that are located between the epidermis and dermis. The UV rays trigger melanocytes into producing a brown pigment called melanin. The melanin then leaves the melanocytes through the epidermis after reacting to the UV radiation, causing the skin to darken.
Albinism is a genetic condition in which a person's body cannot produce enough or any melanin. This is because the melanocytes are genetically mutated and cannot produce melanin. People with albinism typically have white hair, pale skin, and pale colored eyes. Some people may even appear to have red eyes. The cause of these red eyes is the lack of melanin in the iris. Light enters the eye and reflects off the blood vessels in the retina. In the US, 1 in 18,000 to 20,000 people have albinism. However, in other parts of the world, albinism is as common as 1 in 3,000.
People burn because of the lack of melanin being produced in their skin. Melanin is kind of like your knight in shining armor that prevents further harm to your body. It absorbs most of the harmful UV rays to stop burning and the risk of cancer. Damaged cells go through this thing called apoptosis. And no, not like the Pop-Tart. Apoptosis is when the cells self-destruct in order to halt further reproduction of harmful DNA. Your body then pushes blood to the surface of the dermis to get rid of the dead cells. This is also why some burns feel hot and are a reddish pink color. Some burns also hurt because the living cells that surround our nervous system and dermis are dying.
So, if you do choose to tan, make sure you use the proper methods of skin protection such as sunblock. This way, you and your skin can both be happy as you have fun in the sun.
Thanks for watching.